Hi there, Capricorn. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading. General angel reading for the week of January 10 through 16 of 2022. So let's see what your angels. Okay, hang on. Okay, what your angels want to tell you for this week, and of course, it's still a very new year. And so we have a lot to learn yet about what's going on with the energy here. It is obviously, in some ways, it's simply a continuation. And, the date itself maybe means, has maybe a little less importance than many people tend to give it. But at the same time, it has more importance than most other days of the year. Right? Simply by the act of the year changing over, the energy changes completely. So I have a bit of a croaky throat. It is still the tail end of a cold that I had over Christmas. And so this part of it is just slow to leave. So we'll just see. I'm sure there is meaning in that. And I do probably know what that is. It's for me, it doesn't seem to be related to any particular reading that I'm doing. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. Some changes up ahead for you, Capricorn. So here, parenting and children. Look at that card. That is amazing, that card. Parenting and children. So, this is both aspects of it for most of you, because, those of you who have children, many of you still have parents living as well, even if they're not living, actually, everybody has parents, right? And so your angels want you to just be really aware of these relationships. And it's not necessarily time that you need to be spending, with your kids and your parents. But it's definitely attention and awareness that you need to have with them. Because those are the important parts of your life. Pardon me. So, and those people really, really love you. And so making sure that your awareness is with them, not necessarily time spent with them, not necessarily, even activities together with them or anything like that, but just reaching out, when you're already doing something that you can't, okay, for example, maybe you're driving. Most people can drive hands-free and talk on the phone at the same time. Sorry, the driving isn't the hands-free part. Anyway, the talking on the phone is the hands-free part. So give your parent a call, or your child, while you're driving already. Unless, if the weather's bad and the roads are crappy, don't split your attention that way, obviously. But you know what I mean, right? When you can multitask, then do that. And it really means a lot to them. More than you realize. Yeah, more than you realize. And the benefit to you is also more than you realize. You won't know that yet for a while. For right now, you're doing it because you think it's better for them. And it'll be a while before you fully understand the benefit to you as well. But just definitely keep those relationships alive. There's always people who have rocky relationships with family members, and that may be true for some of this. And your angels, they're not saying to keep a toxic relationship in your life. That's not it at all. They're saying that these relationships, the ones that you do have that can be repaired, do repair them. The ones that don't really need all that much repair, just keep that communication going. And keep it good, and even make it better. Okay, all right. So, some of you may be experiencing an employment change. in some way. So for some of you, this is outright, a different job, a different place to go to work, a different work to do. It could be that huge change. For some of you, it's a change in the way you do your employment, or the way it's structured, or something like that. It's there's just change afoot. Now's a good time. Now's a good time. It is the beginning of the new year, which is an excellent time because the energy is changing up, right? Which is an excellent time to make these kind of changes. It's just things seem to go smoother right now than they would at other certain times of the year. It's kind of like that go for it energy. If you want it different, then take the steps to make it different. Why are you sitting and waiting? What's the deal? Right? So whatever it is that you personally want to be different, make it so. So for some of you, it feels like there's other influences, other energies that are like swaying your opinions. But even still, for yourself what it is that you want and need. And that's what you need to be doing, is what you want and need. What somebody else wants in terms of your employment has much less bearing. Yes, there's other influences, things to be aware of, things to look for and consider. But your opinion, your thoughts about this is by far the heaviest part of it. Right? It carries the most weight. Mm-hmm. So it feels like it's an acknowledgement on your part of what you've been thinking for a while, but you haven't been saying it. Okay. All right. So, your savings account. You need to help that grow. Make it a logical, regular, automatic thing to put money in that savings. And, and that they're saying now, when it reaches, they're not giving me a number, but when it reaches a certain amount, it feels like it's a personal tipping point for you. That's an amount that for you, when it gets bigger than that, it becomes unwieldy. And so when you get to that point, for example, let's just use a round number. Let's say when your savings account gets to $1,000, now you take that $1,000 and you invest it in something. And you don't have to invest in the same thing every time. Now, yours could be $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever, right? It doesn't matter what the amount is, as long as for you it feels comfortable, right? And so that's what they're saying, that you save up until you get to that point, and then you take that bulk and you invest it in something. That's what they're saying would be wise for you. So get on it. Your future self will really, really appreciate it completely. Okay. So here, your angels want you to make some music. Music is a vibration, and it affects our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies in ways that we don't always recognize or know. And so they want us to make music. And so this could be you playing an instrument. It could be you listening to instruments. It could be you listening to recorded songs and whatever, your favorite music. Whatever it is, really get lost in it. Really let yourself receive it as maybe as a healing technique. And so my husband, he's not a musician in his own right. He doesn't play instruments or anything like that. But he is definitely, some people, we call them a foodie because they really appreciate different foods and flavors. He is a music-y, right? And so he holds these individual music depreciation nights. That's what he's always called it. That was like a joke from way back when he was a teenager. And so he will sit with his computer, with his headphones on, and just play his music and have fun doing it and appreciating the music and loving it and just feeling good while he hears the music. That's what we're talking about. In whatever form that takes for you, and playing whatever music that is to you. There is no good music or bad music. There is only music. That's what they're saying to me right now. You can disagree all you want. That doesn't matter. That's what they're telling me to say. So that's what I'm saying. And so whatever makes your soul sing along with that music. So sometimes this could be like I occasionally will go for what is called a sound bath or a crystal sound infusion. And so there are the crystal singing bowls, and you lay there and you feel, they play the bowls around you, and you feel the vibration of that going through your body. And it's very healing, and it's very relaxing and restful. It's amazing. And so they could be talking about that, right? It could be any kind of musical interlude that suits you. And let it really infuse itself into you. You'll find clarity after that, they're saying. Clarity after that. There's something that you're puzzling over, that, I don't know, you're having questions, you're trying to make decisions. This will help bring you clarity. Okay? There's also your sexuality. So don't forget to pay attention to that. It's like that's been neglected for a while. And this is like, it's just kind of part of a bigger picture. You've had a lot of stuff going on, and to you it's like your sexuality has taken a back seat to the other things which you've been considering to be priorities. And so it's time to change that a little bit. Pay more attention to this. You need the balance, right? Like, yes, other things can be more important for a while, and then this can be more important for a while. And between them, then they create balance. It's this one's turn. You know, your physical body and how you feel good in it, and the way you feel when you move. That's called sensuality, and that's different from sexuality, but it's all kind of, it's all body awareness, right? And how you feel and how good you feel. And it's time to acknowledge that again. Help yourself feel good physically too. Okay, this is, like it's like a no pressure situation. It's a fun, enjoyable situation. Okay, and here we have the last card in your reading. It is safe for you to receive. Wow, yes it is. Yes, it is safe for you to receive. So it's like you have a resistance or something to the good stuff all coming to you. There's nothing that you owe. There's nothing bad that will happen to you if you allow yourself to receive. There's a bit of learning to do, and that might be holding you back, but it's the angels are just saying it's things that you're going to learn quite naturally as this comes to you. You will have time to learn it. You won't mess it up. It'll be just fine. And, you know, when you receive, whether this is love, relationships, food, money, warmth, compassion, whatever this is that you are receiving, you're fully prepared for that. Like, you have everything you need. You have all the resources to be able to receive it gracefully. So you can feel very well assured that way. And just let the resistance fall away. Okay, all right. So now we have here the daily guidance cards. We've got one more card. The ocean. The ocean. Yeah, how does that feel? The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. Yeah, so if you're not near an ocean, sit and imagine it, remember it, how it was last time you were there. Remember getting in it and feeling that water on your body. Oh, and just being there. This sometimes also means it's time to take some kelp. Okay. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I love you, and I will see you next week.